Come to me if you split up. I'll welcome you both with open arms. P.S. Is the mistress spot still open? Goodness, if only we're such a womanizer, Ray.
We are back. We're going to be reading more of Here It Comes, I'm in love with the Villainess. Yeah.
So, yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah. We were planning to start with reading more because we usually take breaks in between reading.
Because, they're long books.
Yeah. And then we were joking because first KB got a cold and then I got a cold.
Yep.
And we're like, at least KB needs her voice fully recovered.
Yes.
Otherwise, all of the characters, when she does their voices, they're all gonna have colds. Yeah.
The cold version.
Miss Claire.
Ray! Yeah. So we got it. And then we also had to go through, because, the last time we did this was quite a while ago.
Yeah.
Because Ginger the Cat had put
a list of
things.
Like the order.
Yeah, so.
Of time.
Of the bonus stories for book 3. So we do have the first bonus story we're reading, and then we'll get into the actual story itself.
Do you want to give the page of what it page is on?
267.
If you're wanting
things gained, things lost. Wait, what do you mean things
read
lost?
Along, then
yes.
this is
for you.
What we're gonna be doing.
So yeah, we've got this really pretty,
cute, happy family.
We knew about the twins last time we read, and it was really sad actually.
Yeah.
It was dark.
But they're
still recovering from that.
They're all a big family now.
Yeah,
so.
But this actually is novel 3.
Yep.
And it has a lot. Like, I thought that the other novel was long. No, this one's pretty lengthy, too.
Yeah.
I got my finger here so we don't lose the bonus.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I think the total book, let's see here, has 451 pages with the afterword.
That is
so
a
we're
pretty
going to read
long
this
book.
for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, you hadn't read the back of it, please.
Okay, yep.
Don't lose the book page.
I got the book page.
I'm gonna need more
for her.
This.
Okay, I'm trying to read, babe.
Okay.
For her, I'll change the world. After the revolution, Ray and Claire start a new life together as teachers, mothers, and wives. But soon, the political machinations of the Nur Empire threaten their peaceful days.
Oh no.
Worse, Ray recognizes them as the inciting events of Revolilly, the sequel to Revolution.
There's a sequel?
Once again, she must rely on her wit, courage, and love for Claire to overcome an evil end. Oh.
So, first of all, Revolilly?
Revolilly?
Is that like a sequel and it's just a bunch of Yeti?
Oh, maybe?
Is that like my ideal visual novel game? Was this made for me?
Oh.
But it is interesting
made for
that
me.
she recognizes them. And is it good or bad?
Is
it good or bad?
I don't know, man.
I don't know either.
Do you need to go get more water before we start?
It requires me to get up.
So no. Okay.
So
you can have mine if you need.
Woo!
If you run out.
Alright, so.
Okay.
You need to be seated.
Yep, I'm
nice.
seated.
You have
seated.
beverage as well.
I have some water. Yep.
You have some water as well. Are we gonna say best girl in this?
Who's best girl? Claire?
No. Well, I mean, she's best son today.
Best
Lily!
Lily!
Well, actually, does Revolilly about Lily?
Probably.
Oh my! That's gonna be so fun.
Is it gonna have Minaria?
Who knows? Alright. So this is bonus story 1. Things gained, things lost. Rare Kingdom was in a period of transition. The revolution had sent ripples through the land, affecting not only nobles but also commoners. The future ahead looked uncertain. We succeeded in thwarting the Nur Empire's schemes and achieved a bloodless of a revolution. But that didn't mean life would suddenly change for the better. On the contrary, the eruption of Mount Saucil and the chaos surrounding the revolution had devastated most people's quality of life. In other words, we were going through a tough time. I released a long sigh. I knew things are tough for all of us, but still, Claire wasn't with me at the moment. She was off working to establish a new government. I wished I could help, and I did in my own way, but I was a layman when it came to politics. I knew well enough that I had no role to play in something as significant as establishing a brand new government. The most I could do is be Claire's errand girl or do what I was preparing to do right now. Tend to her when she came home tired. Aww. Claire sounds busy. I was in the academy dormitory kitchen making cream stew. Goods were in short supply, so I had to limit my ingredients. Vegetables in particular were hard to obtain due to the volcanic ash from Mount Saucil, having ruined multiple harvests. Most of the ingredients left in the kitchen were bottom of the barrel. The academy had definitely seen better days. Regardless, I found a scrawny carrot, an onion to cook with.
A scrawny
I know, right?
carrot.
Not just a scrawny carrot. Like this, like, really? Thank you.
Yeah. I imagine it, like, in different sizes. Like, yeah, like, really skinny, but, like, thicker and skinnier at some parts.
An onion to cook with. Meat, a valuable source of protein, was also hard to come by. Even so, I managed to obtain some chicken and was thinking about the best way to prepare it. Let's see here. Ray, a familiar high-pitched voice called out. I turned around. Welcome back, Miss Claire.
Oh.
You're early today. Our session got a bit heated today. Everyone agreed to call it a day and cool our heads. Is that right? Sounds rough. It really is. Claire sat in the chair and rubbed her eyes. I stopped cooking for a bit, washed my hands, and brought over a towel I'd warm with hot water. Here, put this on your eyes. You'll feel better. Thank you. Oh, this feels great. Claire stayed that like for some time. It must have been a tiring day. Today we were discussing whether women should be allowed to vote. I, of course, said we should, but many others insisted otherwise. Oh, wow. That's kind of wild.
She's helping to build the government?
Yeah.
And you don't think she deserves a right to vote?
Apparently not.
Okay.
Apparently not right. Figures. Women's suffrage was so natural to the right modern-day Japan, it was hard to imagine not having it. But things weren't so simple in this world. They skirted around the issues on the account of my gender, but it's clear the men all share the same doubts. Do women even understand politics?
Again, she's here, like, helping them rebuild the government, and they don't think that she can handle... Yeah, okay.
She couldn't possibly... Yeah, I know, right? Such a statement sounded utterly nonsensical to me and my inherited sensibilities, but I had to remember that Japan and the kingdom were very different. Firstly, the literacy rate and the level of education among women was low. I kid you not. Things were so bad if you asked a woman for their opinion on politics, chances were they'd answer, "What's a politic?" That's really bad.
Yeah.
Of course, women from the now deposed nobility and well-educated commoners might as well be versed on subjects, but they were only made up a fraction of the nation's women. Wow, that's wild. The second problem was that there were too many women. Well, that's a problem. There's too many women. A lot of men had been conscripted for the war with the new empire, leaving a greater ratio of women than men. In light of this critical lack of education, in a majority of populace, the government might not even function if women were given the rights to vote. Damn.
What?
I know, right? Despite the issue, I believe we need to at least give it a shot. There might be some bumps in the road first, but I'm sure it'll gradually work itself out, Claire insisted. If we waited for the country's education system to evolve to serve all women as well as it did men, we'd be waiting a long time. Besides, participating in local politics didn't just require a formal education. It also required awareness of the issues that plagued our day-to-day lives, of which all women had plenty. But Claire's logic hadn't convinced the big shots of the new government. Wow, I'm really not pleased with that. Their misogyny runs deep, Claire said. Indeed. I hugged her from behind. She relaxed, leaning on me. We stayed like that, basking each other's warmth for some time. Smells good. What's for dinner? She asked. I made cream stew. Sounds delicious. Wasn't it tough finding ingredients such as things are? Claire was no longer an ignorant noble. She knew full well how scarce food had become, and she understood how difficult it must have been for me to prepare dinner. Anything for you. Now let's return to our room and eat. Thank you, Ray. I really do appreciate all you do for me. Oh. Those words alone made everything worth it. I returned to our room, and I set some stew and baguettes on the table in front of Claire. Normally, we'd have some salad to go with our meal, but I'd splurged on stew today, so this was... Wow, they've been eating nothing but salad? I mean, you can do a lot with salad, but I mean, that's... If you have, like, really not a lot to go with, that's, not a lot. Wow. I set up my own portion and then took a seat. We put our hands together and said, Bon appetit! My, this chicken is so juicy. How did you find just good chicken? The chicken's nothing special, just ordinary breast meat. The real secret is the preparation. And what's that? I rubbed it lightly with salt, cooking with wine, and left it to sip. After that, I coated it in flour. Breast meat tended to dry out when you cooked it, which made it prep extra important. That's it? That's it. I curbed this dryness a little. A little? I thought I was eating a thigh. Such kind words. I was glad she was enjoying it. With little thinking, even the most meager ingredients could have something delicious. Of course, I'd take better ingredients over this any day. Phew, that was delicious. Thank you, Ray. I made some coffee for Claire, who flipped through the newspaper as she drank. I turned my back to her and began washing dishes. Alas, I enjoyed cooking, but I didn't care much for dishes.
Yeah, I mean, fair.
Ray, yes? When are we doing that?
Doing what?
What?
Huh?
Oh, what's that? I responded, confused, looking back. You know, our wedding. Oh! What? I almost dropped my plate. Our wedding? You're not teasing right now, are you? Times weren't exactly great, not to mention that this would be a same-sex marriage. There were so many reasons as to why a realistic type of wedding. At least not right now. Oh, did you not want to marry me? I do! I responded instantaneously. Of course I wanted to marry her. The problem was whether we could. I thought the Constitution... Let's see here. Oh, it is right. I thought the Constitution they were drafting didn't recognize same-sex marriage. Done with the dishes, I sat down across from her. Claire folded newspaper. You're right. Legally, we can't get married. So why bring it up now? Because I don't think a wedding itself poses any legal issue. Go on. Regardless of what the law might recognize, I believe a wedding is an occasion where two people who love each other can reaffirm their bond witnessed by their family and friends. What Claire was describing was similar to what we called a civil wedding in modern-day Japan. Wedding ceremonies could be held in a variety of ways. There were traditional Japanese weddings where you would made vows before the Shinto gods, Buddhist weddings where you made vows before Buddha, and many other kinds including the civil weddings. Civil weddings weren't religious ceremonies, but occasions where you and your partner said your vows to each other in the presence of your family and friends.
Aww.
They were popular among the younger generation in Japan, but hearing Claire suggest one took me by surprise. It was so starkly opposed to something smells really good right now.
Yeah.
The old-fashioned beliefs of this world that she used to subscribe to. I agree, but where would we get the money, I asked. Weddings involve banquets, and it costs money, and it wasn't like the invitees could just take a day off work. With the current state of the country, I wouldn't be surprised if many found themselves unable to attend. Let's keep it small. Most people have one, and they have some position in the new government, and I'm sure they can afford to attend the ceremony. Now that you mention it, yeah. Of course, I'll pay for your parents to attend. There's no point in a wedding without them. No, let me pay for them. Most of Claire's aristocratic assets had been seized after the revolution. Only reason she could maintain her current lifestyle was all because the citizens had raised some funds for her in recognition of her contribution to the country. In truth, I currently had more savings than her.
Nice.
Oh, wow. I suggested we share assets when we moved in together, but she refused. Right now, we were splitting the living costs, but managing our own personal expenses ourselves. Let's meet halfway and split it. I just want to make sure your parents can attend no matter what, Claire said. Right. She kept talking and making plans for a wedding. Happy as I wasn't here to do so, I still thought it might be better to wait until circumstances improved. But I also didn't want to rain on her parade. I just let her keep going and see what happened. Who else did we need to invite? There's only royal siblings. There's Lene, Lambert, Misha. Oh wait, that's her. Who else would we need to invite? There's only the royal siblings, Lambert, Misha, father, sister, and Cardinal Lily might be a bit difficult. No! We need Lily! I understand. Sister is too far away. Oh, no Minaria either! Now you can be sad.
No Minaria, the wedding?
I understand sister's too far away and Cardinal Lily is still under investigation. But why the princes? Did you forget that you're an ordinary citizen now? Royalty can't just show up at our wedding. Oh, that's right. That must be such a thing, like, because Claire, ever since she was little, she was always very, like, high and noble, right?
Yeah.
So now she's like, oh, what do you mean they can't?
Yeah.
Despite her best efforts, Claire still sometimes forgot she wasn't nobility anymore. Perhaps because she spent so much time meeting with members of the new government, debating them on equal footing.
Right.
Despite being a citizen, her social circle remained composed of powerful people.
I mean, I just feel bad because they're friends, right? At this point, yeah.
I should have known that. Oh well, that means only ones we can invite are your parents, father, Lene, Lambert, and Misha. What about your noble friends, I asked. Some of us still right, but I doubt anyone can come. It's taking all they have to adjust to their lives and losing their titles. I can only imagine the shock of losing wealth and privilege one had enjoyed since birth. I wouldn't be surprised if many former nobles have been rendered homelessness. Many had funds to survive the life of a common citizen. It was just a question of whether they could. Maybe it's better to wait for the situation to improve, I said. That way we can invite your friends too.
I don't think Claire wants to wait.
You've been pretty against the idea for a while now. Were your words about wanting to marry me a lie? Of course not! I really want to marry you! Then why are you against it? Reasons beyond me. Claire seemed to rush to marry him. I grasped her hand. Miss Claire, why are you hurrying this? She was silent. We've already confirmed our feelings for one another. Something like wedding can wait, so why? I'm worried. Huh? All I'm doing is making you worried? Tell me, what it? I'll fix it. That's not it. There's nothing wrong with you. What's wrong is me. What's wrong with Claire? What do you mean? Claire was the epitome of perfection and cuteness. What could possibly be wrong with her? I am no longer a noble. Okay, and? I mean, yeah. A complete loss that accidentally gave a ruder response than I intended to.
So, what I think, before you read it, what I think it has to do with is that she had, like, certain expectations of what her wedding would look like, what her dress would look like, what kind of food would be served, what the whole thing would appear as. And now expectations are having a shift, and so she's like, yeah, this isn't...
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
What I was in my head my whole life.
And now it's, like, gone.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm no longer noble. No status, no prestige, no assets. All I have is education, no longer fit for my station, and meaningless pride. How much longer could you love such a person? Oh, no, Claire!
I was wrong! She thinks it's about herself!
Yup. Oh, Miss Claire, how could I have not noticed? Some party want to believe Claire had grown accustomed to her new life, but she was a formal noble, and a high-ranking one at that. Of course she would have insecurities about becoming an ordinary citizen. All this time I spent telling myself and supporting her. Did I ever stop to really look at what she was feeling? Miss Claire, everything's gonna be okay. Ray. I stood and hugged Claire from behind, trying to ease her. Can they not give us a picture?
It's kind of sad too, because
okay.
because she like sees that as her value, right? She's like, this is what I would have to offer a relationship. Whereas now she does have a lot to offer in a relationship. She does have that education, and she's helping to rebuild the government. Like, she's very smart. Yeah, she has a lot to contribute.
She does.
But it isn't what she expected to have to contribute. But it's really sad to think that she thought that was all she had to offer, right?
Well, if we go back to, and I think it was also in the book, but also in the anime, one of the things that Claire thought that Ray wanted was because she had these things, right? It wasn't about her, it was what she could give her in terms of, like, power and status and all that. So she's always like, people have always tried to get something out of her, it seems. So now she no longer has that. So she's like, what worth am I?
And then remember before, she was like, how could you like someone like me, right? She thought that she wasn't a likable person.
She absolutely thought that too. Even just a bit. If you're not a noble anymore, my feelings for you are unchanging. I didn't fall in love with you because you're a noble. I spoke from the heart. I know, that's just how you are. But what about your family? What about Lenny and Misha? Miss Claire. To her, being a noble was a way of life, one she'd quite literally chosen to die for. That's true. Yeah. She welcomed her new life with me, but it didn't change the fact that one of the pillars she'd founded, her identity, had disappeared. Miss Claire, you should run for election! That was sudden, Ray. Huh? Ray, what are you talking about?
That would be
We're discussing our wedding right now. I know, but I have a feeling if we hold a wedding as you are right now, you'll regret it. Why? What you need right now is a new way of life. Something to give you purpose. Something that'll guide you. Until you find that, these words will stay with you. Claire grew silent. Something told me she'd already been aware she was searching for a new pillar to lean on in her life. I wouldn't lie. I kind of wanted to be that pillar. Somewhere in me, it was dark desire to lavish my affections on the version of Claire that was completely emotionally dependent on me. Oh, I'm glad you're not doing that, Ray.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't be right for her. If some odd chance I were to die, then she would truly be left with nothing to support her, and I couldn't allow it to happen. I think I understand what you're trying to say, Claire murmured after a long silence. Her face lit up and her determination gradually returned. So how about it? I asked. No, I'm not running for election.
What?
Huh? Claire smiled at my confusion. I'm thinking of joining a new government as a politician would be respectable work, and one that would give my life meaning. So why not do it? Because it wouldn't be fit. If I symbolized the old system were to take the office, then the revolution would have no meaning. I had no good counter. I was thinking that too. Examining the history of a new world would show many examples of former government officials staying in power after revolution or cope. But that wasn't what Claire wanted. That being said, I would simply have to respect her decision. But I look for something, a new way of life. I could tell Claire's worries had been dispelled. Yes, and I'll help you. I kissed Claire in the head. She giggled ticklish. I hope she'd find a way to live life that she wanted to lead. And when that day finally came, we would get married. I would wait no matter how long it took, because only one for me was my ever so marvelous Claire. Alright, now we get to the book.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. You got this pretty picture, which is the cover, but hey, pretty picture nonetheless.
It's so shiny.
It's so shiny. Alright, we have Lenny, Claire, Misha, and Ray.
Aww.
Novel 3. Table of contents. Page no turn. Page turn. We have a fan over here.
Oh, so it's hard to open.
It's just kind of
the next page.
Alright, so, there is no chapter 1. This is chapter 9.
Oh, alright.
This is chapter... What? Whatever. Now I'm kind of like, wait, what?
Yep, Table of Contents. Chapter 9, Our New Life.
Alright.
Okay.
Let's see here. Don't just sit there. Out with it already. What are your thoughts on my cooking? Oh, boy. When the young lady with golden curls spat those words at me, I didn't really understand what's happening. She looked at me as if the very sight of my face infuriated her. I told myself to stay calm and assess the situation. Nothing good come out of panic. I was seated in an average-sized house. Well, I'd say average, but it was quite the spacious compared to the house I'd grown up in. I was with a young lady with golden curls and 2 adorable little girls seated all around the table. The problem was, no one I could see, including the young lady, looked even remotely Japanese. Putting the young lady aside for the time being, I racked my memory to retrace the steps I'd taken to get here. I remember now. I've been transported to this world resembling medieval Europe with strange touches of Japanese influence. Where I'd met her. I said, Miss Claire! Well, I never. You're back to using Miss again. How many times I've told you to call me Claire? Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen.
Good luck,
shrill voice was unmistakable, but the girl with the golden curls was Claire Francois, a character in one of my favorite dating sims, Revolution. She's also my beloved wife?
Yeah!
What? No. Then there's another chapter that we have to read. It's a bonus chapter.
Oh, yeah, bonus 2.
Oh, man. what they got married? We need to know about that. Never mind, everybody.
Well, I thought that they sort of were married-ish at the end of the last book, but, like, they hadn't had a wedding.
Right.
But they're, like, adopted kids together, so...
They adopted some kiddos.
Yep.
Okay, well, we need to go to the wedding, then. Hello.
Okay.
Oh, they're actually going wedding! Okay!
Oh, okay!
Claire had once told me a wedding wasn't much about the ceremony as much as it was about our own feelings. What truly mattered were the vows vows to live your lives together. Vows you made before friends and family. I think I understood what she meant now. Nervous? Claire stood at my side looking amused, relishing my rare moment of anxiety. Her face was covered by a veil. Oh. I think so. So even you have moments like this. I was under the impression you weren't afraid of anything. That's not true. There are a lot of things I'm afraid of. I suppose even you're only human in the end. I'd get to an example. I'm afraid of you when you're drunk. I want to see Claire drunk. What?
Oh my.
I don't recall being so terrible. You were so cute, it was scary.
Oh, so cute.
Again with your jokes. Enough, it's time. Don't worry, I'll be fine. Claire held out her one gloved hand and squeezed it, and I squeezed mine back. Today was the day of our wedding. Some time ago, Claire abruptly said, "Hey, Ray, don't you think now's a good time?" We're sitting outside the terrace as the sky grew dark. May and Alea ran around the yard with Relaird. I'd been thinking of calling them in soon when Claire suddenly popped the question. I'm sorry, a good time for what? It was a good time for many things. We grew accustomed to our new life, and we were currently taking a short break from teaching. Do you not remember? Claire frowned. Our wedding! Don't you think it's about time that I've found my own way of life? All right. We become teachers at the Royal Academy. Since the discussion and mothers to May and Alea, it was safe to say Claire had indeed figured out what she wanted her life to be. My school friends have also settled into their new lives, so they should be able to come. We even have proper salaries now. I imagine inviting your parents won't pose a problem. Claire tried her hardest to sell the idea to me. She looked absolutely adorable. She had to be an angel sent from above. Yeah, I said, that might be a good time. So, yes. I stood and walked towards Claire. I got down on one knee and took her hand. Will you marry me, Miss Claire? Still
Miss Claire, yeah. Maybe that's why we were supposed to read the beginning of the of the book, so that we can realize that she doesn't want to be called Miss Claire anymore.
Claire looked shocked for a brief moment before erupting with a wide smile. Yes. Are Mama and Claire Mama getting married? There'll be a wedding? Two sharp-eared twins came riding over on Relair, so Relair got bigger. Yeah, we're having a wedding. Will you two attend, I asked? Yeah, of course. The two girls began to chant wedding over and over, and I suddenly felt really embarrassed.
Way too cute.
Yep. Now that we've settled, we need to start prepping. How does holding a wedding in 2 months sound? Enough time? I asked. It sounds right to me. We're not doing anything too fancy. From then on, the two of us spent our day planning our wedding.
We decided anything too fancy? I mean, I know that they're in, like, this post-revolution world, but still, it's Claire.
I know. We decided to hold it not at church, but at a restaurant affiliated with Frater. We were swearing our bond to our friends and family, not God. Not that we could use a church given that the spiritual church didn't approve of same-sex marriage. Regardless, Lenne's influence now is a pretty lovely venue. We sent invitations to Dole Whip, Lenne, Lambert, Claire's school friends, my parents, and Misha. We decided not to invite the royal siblings or Manadia. No! Given the difference of our social status, you really think Manadia wouldn't want to come? I know you're sad, bitch. That Claire was an ordinary citizen, but we still wrote them letters letting them know we were getting married. Unfortunately, we also couldn't invite Lily, as she was off wandering to who know where. She's like on her own little venture.
Yeah, I guess so.
It seems we'll have to rent our wedding attire, I said. Looks like it. I wish I knew how to sew like times like these. I'm not sure an entire wedding dress is something anyone would consider sewing on their own. Claire would later go on learning sewing in earnest, but that's a story for another time. 2 months passed in a flash. Yeah, it does actually. When you when you're doing the prepping, you're like, I have so much time. We've got so much time. And you're like, oh wait,
suddenly, you blink and 2 months have passed.
For us, the 2 years passed. Wait.
Yeah. Suddenly the wedding's here.
Suddenly it's the next day. Our guests arrived at the restaurant. They're lively, chatterable, audible, all the way in the dressing room. Claire and I waited him. We'd had the restaurant prepare a buffet, so the guests enjoyed food and drink as they chatted. It's almost time, Miss Claire and Ray. Miss Claire and Ray. Oh, it's Lenny! Oh gosh, what voice did I give her? I gave her a really soft kind of voice.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll figure it out. Thank you for the trouble. Lenny the younger too many as. Proprietress. A freighter, a trading company that was practically a household name for the Alps and the Bar Kingdom, was our mistress of ceremonies for the night. grabbed a modest dress that complimented Oz. She and her brother, Lambert, had amassed a small fortune through their trading company. But even though she now technically had higher social standing than either of us, she remained loyal to Claire. She'd helped us with a number of things, not just finding a venue. Even now, she was personally running the show, rather than delegating to be a subordinate. Not at all. I have to say thank you. You two look beautiful. Lenny was overcome with emotion as she dabbed her eyes with her handkerchief. Oh. Claire wore a pure white mermaid-lined wedding dress, while I wore a white pantsuit.
I'm picturing it in my
They better give us a picture.
Image looks so cute.
Claire being beautiful goes without saying, but I'm not so confident I look acceptable, I said. Nonsense. If you keep that mouth shut, anybody who finds you wonderful.
What did she say?
Nonsense, son, I said. If you kept that mouth shut, anybody would find you wonderful.
Oh!
Is that a compliment? Of course, Lenny smiled.
No, it's not.
The stage is set.
To shut up.
All that's left is for you two to make your entrance, Lenny Brothers Lambert prompted us to, garbed in a morning coat and holding it open the door. It was time for the wedding to begin. Shall we, Miss Claire? Could you not with them? You're getting married for crying. I suppose we shall, Ray. We held hands and made our way through the door. We were greeted with an applause. We made our way to the front. Everyone, thank you for gathering here today. Claire started with an opening speech, and I gazed at her profile. Her content smile made me emotional as memories of the trials we faced leading to this moment came to mind. Today, Ray Taylor and I will marry. While our union may not be recognized by law, I believe we share something greater. The guests applauded, and Claire's confidence of declaration. As many here likely know, my first impression of Ray was, to put plainly, the worst. And yet, here I am marrying her. It just goes to show that life is full of surprises. The guests burst into laughter as Claire recounted the past. But I am now. I don't think I can imagine life without Ray. To the others who stayed by my side and supported me through it all, I want you to know I'm truly glad to have met you. She looked deeply in my eyes. None of what she said had been in our rehearsal. That's not fair, Miss Claire. What am I supposed to do with the feelings all of a sudden? Mama Ray, you crying? Did Mother Ray make you cry? Maynily approached us with a handkerchief. I'm alright, you two. Just got a little too happy. Mama Ray's being weird. How odd! The mood of the venue returned to normal, thanks to the twins. Now's not time to get over emotional, I thought as I wiped my tears. Claire continued her speech with a smile. I wish for everyone who gathered here to stand witness to the bond Ray and I share. We vowed to live proudly, sincerely, joyously, happily together for the rest of our lives. Applause again, and we waited for the applause to die down. Claire took my hand. Once again, thank you for coming. Please enjoy yourselves and to your heart's content. The venue roared with applause as we bowed our heads to the guests. Congratulations, Miss Claire! I'm so happy for you! Thank you, Loretta, Peppy. Loretta and Peppy! I think there was something going on with those two as well, but I don't know. I'm glad you could make it. The first ones that congratulated us were the two girls I didn't recognize. I assumed they were formal nobles based. She never had good things to say about those two. She's like, who are you? Not important. How naturally they wore their party dresses, and they were carried themselves. But to think you would still marry her. You've done some terrible things to her. Have I met these two before? Okay. Is Ray starting to forget things? Because if we go back, even though we weren't supposed to go back to the first chapter, it was kind of like she was trying to figure out where she was. Miss Claire, who might these two be? Excuse me? Do you not remember us? Even after all the torment we put you through? They look, I was joking because they're just not recognizable, but she literally doesn't remember them. They looked so alarmed by my question. I felt bad, but I truly couldn't recall them. These are Loretta and Pepe, our classmates from school. Don't you remember? Used to tease them a lot. Oh, thing 1 and thing 2 from Claire's entourage. Yeah, no surprise I didn't recall them. I remember now. Pardon my rudeness.
Even then, though, she would just call them her something. I don't know.
No, perhaps it's best if you don't remember. What we did was terrible. Could you find in your heart to forgive us? Well, the truth is...
Her lackeys.
Yeah. Well, the truth is, there's nothing to forgive, I said. I don't remember a thing. But of course, you're always a particular one after all. Unbelievable. I apologize for my rudeness, but just what do you see in her, Miss Claire? They seemed to have gently worried for their friend. I love her for her virtues, even if I'm alone in understanding them, Claire said. Oh my. Do you think I'd actually hear you speak so fondly? Ray actually is quite enduring. Once you understand her, a little too enduring sometimes. I've always had to worry about her attracting the eyes of others. It happened more than I can care to admit. No, that's all your misunderstanding, Miss Claire. You better please take good care of Miss Claire, okay? You absolutely must make her happy. They left the words behind as they departed. You have good friends, don't I? I had once seen Claire's entourage as a single entity, but now I understood that Claire enjoyed real, living, breathing friends back at the academy. No wonder she'd be so upset when I first started pursuing her. You know, it's thanks to you that they weren't executed, Claire said.
Huh?
But also partly my fault the atrocity was opposed. Well, I mean, but there would be no more story if Claire is gone, so,
Yeah.
Come on now, none of that, Claire smiled. The next one to congratulate us were Lene on break from running things and Lambert. Let's see here. Congratulations on getting married. Congratulations, Miss Claire. Thank you. Lene hugged Claire as she cried tears of joy. I just know Ray will make you happy. Oh, Claire said. What makes you so sure? Call it a maid's intuition. I see. Lene seemed to put a lot of stock in me for some reason. Huh. I know, right? Let's see here. You've grown so much. I remember when you were little and threw tantrums whenever the tiniest thing didn't go your way. Oh, stop it, Lene. You sound like my parent. Why not just for today? You used to be such a handful when we were younger. Why, I remember. Claire looked like her soul was leaving her body as Lene dredged up the past. My wife was just the cutest. Please leave it at that, Lene. I'm all for the about to lose face here. What's wrong with that? You're not a noble anymore. I'm still in front of my beloved. You catch that, Ray? A reaction to my memory! Oh, you too! Lene and I teased Claire to our heart's content. Such a scene had seemed impossible at one point. Back when Lene and Lambert were first exiled, we'd said goodbye for what we thought would be the last of our lives. Hey, Lene. Yes, Ray. Are you happy with the things are? Lene blinked in surprise at my question. Of course, I have Lambert, and two people very important to me are getting married, she smiled broadly. We are just going to be happy as you two, if not more. Oh, that's Lambert. Well, now you sound like a girl.
Oh, okay.
We're going to be just as happy as you two, if not more, Lambert said, putting his arm around Lene. Oh my, is that a challenge? Claire said. I suppose it is. May the better couple win. Lene shook Claire's hand before returning to her post. Before she left, she handed us some letters. Quite a few at that. Among them were messages from the royalty. Rod, Dane, you, and Manadia. The contents of the letters all congratulate us on our marriage. Save for Manadia. Her letters contain this one sentence. Come to me if you split up. I'll welcome you both with open arms.
Oh! No.
Listen, I need Nadia to happen, okay? At some point, okay? Hey, you, anything. Get real, I thought. There were some other letters, but only one really stood out. It was a worn-out letter with a single name on the envelope. Lily! Written in immaculate handwriting. Let explain that in the course of her aimless wanderings, she stopped by Menardia's place and learned of our marriage. She gave her congratulations, followed by a postscript. P.S. Is the mistress spot still open?
I can't with these characters. They're just too much. Cannot.
There never was one! Claire said about to tear the letter up. Thankfully, I managed to calm her down. Goodness, if only you were such a womanizer, Ray. Whoa! Huh? It's my fault? Who else would it be? What did I do? I thought. Still, seeing Claire get jealous was adorable in its own. The next congrats was Misa. Congratulations, you two. Thank you very much, Misha. Misha had shown up in her nun's habit rather than a dress, but she wore it so naturally that she didn't stand out at all. That was a formal number for you. You wrote a letter, but she also wanted me to convey something in person. Yeah. She says your marriage has the blessing of the Great Spirit. But I thought the spiritual church didn't approve of same-sex marriage. You're right, the church doesn't. But the original scripture itself never condemns it. According to you, all are equal in the eyes of God. How very like her. I agree, I added. She's done nothing but look for trouble since she left the royal family. Misha sighed deeply. Is this Ray or is this Claire?
Sometimes it's so hard to tell.
Oh, I think it might be. No, I think it might be. Claire. Are you worried about you? Are you worried about you as a partner? As her partner? Partner, me. You realize the gulf and stands between us, right? You could say the same as Claire and I. She's her wife, could you not? That's true, but it appeared Misha still had doubts about her relationship with you. Why don't you take the plunge and go for it? I asked. It's easy for you to say. It is. I've done it after all. Oh, right. Misha smiled bitterly. That's enough about me for today. Congratulations, you two. I mean it. Come by the covenant sometime. Covenant. Words. Yes, of course. Catch you later, Misha. Misha left, not staying to attend the party.
I wonder if we'll get more of those two.
I don't know. And it's interesting. Misha still thinks she's not good enough.
Yeah. Because their social structure is, like, completely not what it was. And Misha was a noble when she was younger, so you would think that it would have evened things out, but we'll find out.
Congratulations, Claire Ray. A composed voice congratulated us. It was Dole Whip, accompanied by May and Aaliyah.
Dole Whip.
He mellowed out greatly since his time in politics. Not a trace of his former arrogant, noble facade remained. Wow. Okay, I'm still calling him Dole Whip.
Yep.
Congratulations, Mama. Congratulations, mothers. Thank you very much, Father. Girls. Thank you very much, I agreed. We exchanged hugs with Dole and the girls. Ray, I really can't thank you. Oh, that's now. Yeah, now Dole Whip sounds like Claire. Ray, I really can't thank you enough. I haven't done all that much, Master Dole Whip. Nonsense. If things have gone as I originally planned, a great deal more blood would have been spilled during the revolution. Neither Claire nor I would be here to see this new era. But it wasn't through my efforts alone. We achieved this because of you, Claire, and many others. You're far too modest. You just gave me more credit than I am due. Neither of us have an inch until... Grandpa, are you and Mama talking about something hard? We're hungry! May and Alea tugged on Dole Whip's clothes. Sorry. All right. What'll it be? Grandpa will give you two whatever you want. Creme brulee! Dole Whip broke into a grin, becoming the very image of a doting grandfather. The mastermind who supported this revolution from the shadows is long gone.
Way too cute.
One last thing, Claire. Yes, Father. Do you love Ray? I do. Well, judging by the way from the long before the revolution, she loves you at least 100 times more. Do your best to reciprocate those feelings. I'll keep that in mind. Very good. With that out of the way, Dole Whip left for good, this time bringing May and Alea with him. Let's see. Seems like not even you're a match for Master Dole Whip, I grinned. Indeed. Okay. We giggled before seeking out to the group we needed to meet with. Who are you? Oh, it's her parents. Oh my gosh. I gave the mother such a fun voice because she was like a perv.
Yeah.
Let's see here. That was kind of,
It was similar to Ray's, but I think it was higher pitched.
Congratulations, Ray, Claire. You both look wonderful. Congratulations. A youthful woman and a reticent man congratulated us as we approached. Thank you very much, mother-in-law, father-in-law. Claire's so cute.
Yeah.
My parents, they had prepared their best clothing and traveled all the way from Lucid just for our wedding. But that wasn't all. Let's see here. Oh. I'm glad we made your wedding clothes in time. I'm sure they're nothing compared to what former nobles are used to. Not at all. What you made for us is wonderful, Claire said. In case you forgot, my family were Taylor. Oh, that's right, because Ray Taylor. Taylors. Claire and I had planned to rent our wedding attire, but my parents had offered to make them for us instead. We paid for the materials and labor, of course, but it was all nothing short of incredible feat that they had sewn them from scratch in the span of 2 months. It was starting to dawn on my parents might just be masters of their craft. Thank you, Mom and Dad, I said. Of course, anything for you, dear. Tears began leaking out of their eyes. I like leaking. It's
quite an image, huh? Just leaking.
You were always a bit of an odd child, but you've grown up splendidly. I guess our job as parents really is over.
An odd child. Okay. Okay, Dad.
My dad wrapped an arm around my mom, and the latter's tears showing no sign of ending.
Aww.
That's not it, I began. I'm your child and your child alone, and I've always been proud of that. They weren't my biological parents. They weren't even the parents that had raised me. Yeah. Ray Ohashi, but I knew from the memories of Ray Taylor, I also held that the love they had for me was real. It was thanks to them that I could be who I was. Let's see. I see. Thank you, Ray, our beloved daughter. My dad hugged me. Miss Claire, please take care of her. Of course. I know we're going to be very happy together. Thank you. My mom hugged Claire. Today we become a family in the truest of scenes.
So sweet.
Everyone, I'm sad to say it's time for the banquet to come to an end. Before it does, our brides would like to show you all something. Just as the first empty trays began to appear, the guests' spirits were buoyed by alcohol. Oh no! Lenny made an announcement. Huh? Was there something else left? I thought I looked at Claire confused, only find her equally perplexed. Our two brides would like everyone to bear witness to their vow of eternal love. Lenny smiled impishly. Excited tears came from the guests. Oh, I see what Lenny was doing. Claire like a pigeon nailed by a BB gun. I figured I should help her out. Miss Claire, they're waiting for our kiss to seal our vows. Oh, yes, that. Wait, what? Claire looked visibly flustered. She was in very additional cute. Kissing isn't something you do in front of other people. It is at a wedding. That's true, but really? I'm starting. Wait! Let me show you my feelings for. Not happening! I put my hands on Claire's shoulders and looked solemn into her eyes. Claire shifted in her seat before regaining her composure. Miss Claire. Yes? I love you, as do I, Ray. I vow to love you for as long as I shall live, and I vow to support you for as long as I shall live. The venue erupted into cheers, our lips met. There's no turning back from here, Miss Claire. That's fine. I have no intention of turning back. Are you absolutely sure? That's what I thought. That's what I should be asking you. There was neither artifice nor elegance to our words, but they were fine. We were happy, as we were. Let's be together, Miss Claire. No, we'll definitely be happy together, Ray. Yet we sealed another vow with one more kiss. Yo!
Let me hold it like more even. There
Look at that! Oh, they gave us one with that!
Beautiful!
It's glorious!
Look how cute her hair looks, too.
Ah!
Claire's cute little ringlets coming down from her updo.
Okay.
Let me look at Ray.
She's a veil, too.
She does! A veil with a suit. Oh, they look way too cute.
Yes.
And they both have little blushy cheeks.
They both have ittings.
With their little eyes closed. It's just so precious. Yeah. Really beautiful.
Okay, back to where we were before.
Okay. Let's see where there's a good stopping point. Because we're at about 40 minutes.
Oh, I didn't even see that long yet.
So we can kind of see.
Oh.
I'm trying to see where the chapter ends.
Oh, I think, well, these chapters are hell long usually.
I think we should wrap up there.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. At least we got some cute bonus chapters.
Yeah.
And an adorable wedding photo.
Yeah.
Cutest wedding photo ever.
Ever. I think I was pretty cute.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Our second cutest wedding photo ever. Oh, that was so sweet. We got to see them get married.
They get married.
Yeah, we got to see their little daughters being cute. Dole Whip being a little doting grandfather.
Manaria's words of May.
I still can't. Who sends that to a wedding?
Manaria. I mean, I'm not that surprised she
like,
said something
maybe
like that.
it is better that she wasn't there. Like, as much as I adore Manaria, like...
I wanted Lily to be there!
Yeah.
She's off doing Lily things.
Come
back, Lily.
Yep. She just happened to be there and just happened to talk with Manaria and find out about the wedding.
Yep. In her travels.
And she wants
maybe she's
to
like,
be
how do I...
mistress?
Manaria, how do I get Ray to be mine?
Manaria, I don't know. I've tried.
I don't know. I've been trying that for a long time.
All my efforts have failed.
And I want Claire too.
Oh.
Wait, they're getting married. Let me send this to them. I'll do it too.
Oh my. They're like Ray or Claire? Manaria. Both is good.
Both is good. Really? I just want be mistress to Ray.
Oh, no.
Oh man.
Yeah. It's probably also for the best that Lily did not see Ray wearing that suit.
Listen.
Because Ray was looking
I need the best girl though.
adorable.
I want to know what she's doing.
And dapper AF.
Because
and Lily would not have been able to hold back.
That's okay. That's
she
okay.
Would not
she's
have
adorable.
Been able to.
But she's like
okay because she's adorable.
She's fine. Lily's best girl. She's done nothing wrong her entire life. Nothing.
Oh no. Oh no. Alright. Well, that was a fun reintroduction to our girls.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Oh, okay. I guess we gotta go eat now.
Well, they talked about food, and I smell food, and it's time for food.
Okay. You're like, where was my wedding invitation? I wanted to be at their banquet.
Oh, the food at our wedding was so dope.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was delicious.
Oh. I still remember it very fondly.
Yes.
Yep.
Alright, y'all, thanks so much for hanging out with us while we read these two bonus chapters of I'm in Love with the Villainess.
Like a tiny bit of chapter 9.
Also, we do have in our affiliate shop the links to the I'm in Love with the Villainess light novels and the manga.
You wanna read
so if you're gonna be buying those anyway, we have our Amazon affiliate links down below. Also, if you enjoyed hanging out with us here and would like to chat in with us live, you can join our YouTube channel membership where we have monthly live streams. Look forward to connecting with you again soon, and we will be sending so much love. Till next time.
Laters!